Good morning. Today I'm going to take a class on natural resources. So these natural resources are mainly classified into two categories. One is renewable, another one is non-renewable resources. Renewable resources, these are regenerated within a given span of time by ecological process, that is renewable resources. And non-renewable resources, these are not regenerated by ecological process, and it will take so many years, more than 100 years also. That is non-renewable resources. So these renewable and non-renewable resources, so these are the few resources. One is water resources, and energy resources, that is the fuel resources, and forest resources, and mineral resources, and rock or land resources, and soil resources. These are the major few natural resources. And this is the first resource, that is forest resources. In the forest resources, there are few types of forest resources are there. So out of these, there are some types of forests are there. One is evergreen forest, deciduous forest, and coniferous forest. These are the three um, major classification of forest. So in the evergreen forest, these are always evergreen, and here the temperature is very high, and the rainfall is also very high. So, and the annual rainfall is very high. Generally, these are found near the Amazon River, that is evergreen forest, and these are nearly found near the equator line, equator zone, and these are slow decomposition, and the species of one is bearing trees. This is the major points of evergreen forests. Okay, so in our country, the evergreen forest generally we are observing in Kerala. That is evergreen forest. And second one is deciduous forest. So here the temperature is comparatively the temperature is low, and the annual rainfall, that is seasonal rainfall. Okay, so these deciduous forests are tropical deciduous and temperate deciduous. So here the tropical deciduous forests are, these are receiving seasonal rainfall, that is tropical deciduous. In the temperate deciduous forest, so here the moisture is comparatively high, and these trees having broad leaves. For example, teak trees. That is the example for the temperate deciduous. Okay, and in tropical deciduous forest, here the vegetation is high, and the broad leaves, evergreen. These are both are similar in type. That is tropical and temperate. But in temperate deciduous forest, the trees shed down their leaves before the winter season starts. That is the another point in the temperate deciduous forest. And last one is coniferous forest. So these coniferous forests generally we are observing near the hill areas and snow hill areas. Okay, like sites of the snow hill areas. That is coniferous forest. These are having sharp leaves, sharp exit leaves. That is about um, forest types of forest. And the major advantages of the functions of forest, the functions are mainly two types of advantages or uses. One is ecological uses, another one is commercial uses. In the commercial uses, it provides food material, it provides food material, wood, and medicine. So these are the major uses of forest. So it provides food material. For example, fruits. We are expecting fruits. So, and that is provided by the forest, and it provides wood material. This wood material you can use as a furniture material, that is a raw material for the industries and for construction of houses and everything. That is wood material, and it provides medicine. So this medicine is very useful to cure the diseases for animals and human beings, for all the living organisms. That is, medicine is very much essential. That is the third important. So wood, food material, wood material, that is for the home purpose, and medicine for the survival purpose. Okay. And last one, it provides cloth material also. For example, cotton. The plants provides the cotton, produces cotton, and from the cotton we are separating threads and we are preparing materials for the wearing purpose. So these are the major advantages, major commercial advantages of forest. And in ecological way, the major one is there are 5 points are there. So it produces oxygen and regulates carbon dioxide. That means, so during photosynthesis process, it absorbs carbon dioxide from the atmosphere and using sunlight and absorbs water from the soil. It prepares a food material, that is either carbohydrate material or vitamin material. Okay. So in this process, it, it produces carbohydrate material, along with it produces oxygen. This oxygen is very essential for the remaining organisms, either herbivores or carnivores. It is major one because plants are the producers. So these produces food material along with the oxygen. So that is very essential. And the second point, it regulates the climate and temperature. When the temperature is increasing, it reduces the temperature. How it reduces? So in the global warming process, day by day, the global warming is increases. Greenhouse effect, that is the greenhouse gases are responsible for the global warming. So these greenhouse gases, majorly carbon dioxide, is absorbed by the uh, plants or trees and releases oxygen. So the amount of energy trapped by the atmosphere from the sun is completely absorbed by the plants. So it regulates the climatic temperature, and in the evenings, some amount of energy again I mean, return to the atmosphere. That is responsible for the greenhouse effect. That much of energy, that back energy is again stored, absorbed by the plants or trees. That is second. And reducing global warming. So it absorbs toxic gases, carbon dioxide, and everything. So that is the reducing of global warming. And how it reduces, for example, it directly absorbs carbon dioxide. And in remaining gases, for example, sulfur dioxide is also there. In the sulfur dioxide is reacts with the water vapor, it converts into sulfuric acid, and this sulfuric acid is reached to the as a acid rain. So in the acid rain, the plant absorbs water. So obviously, this sulfur is also a very essential material for the plant growth. So it absorbs sulfur as a sulfuric acid and return back to the oxygen and return to the sulfur as a mineral or food product material. That, that is the way it absorbs toxic gases and releases oxygen and convert it into harm, harmless products. That is about toxic gases and controlling of water flow. So the plant roots or tree roots binds the soil. So when the heavy rain is occurred, it prevents the soil erosion. That is the controlling of water flow. Okay. And next one is fertility of the soil. So it enhances when in presence of water that dead plant leaves again after decomposition. It is converted into a nutrient product. That is the second process. So these are the major ecological uses of forest. And deforestation. Deforestation is nothing but cutting off trees or cleaning of trees. That is deforestation. So the major causes for the deforestation. So one is industrial activities. Second one is the agricultural land is converted into, sorry, the forest land is converted into agricultural land. That is the second, another one. And the third one is it is a raw material for the industries. For example, mm, furniture industry, it is raw material. And fourth one is mining operations. These are the four major operations are responsible for the deforestation. So the building construction, roads and building construction, hydro power dams construction, and mining process. These are the few examples of the deforestation. The major effect of the deforestation is one is soil erosion because the plant roots are not there. So it enhances the soil erosion. And next one is loss of biodiversity. Different types of different plants and animals they are surviving in one area. That is biodiversity. When the plants or trees are not there, so the dependent animals, that is herbivores, are the survival of herbivores is very difficult. That is loss of biodiversity. And last one is global warming. Global warming is increases because the carbon dioxide level is day by day increasing. So the plants and trees are not there. So absorption capacity is very low for the sink material, for example, oceans. So global warming is day by day increasing. And these are the major effects of deforestation. How to conserve deforestation by reforestation and afforestation. These are the techniques to preserve forest resources and regulate and planning cutting of trees. That is in a proper manner. And we need to implement strict by strict implementation. We can protect the forest resources. Thank you.